YouTube Town Family, YouTube Town Family, YouTube Town Family. What's the biz? No, hey, god damn. Keep that same energy over there. This man shot him on live. Time out. Hey, time out. Now y'all want to say what up after I blow up. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Todd-Town, another one. You know, I want to appreciate everybody for tuning in, another one, Todd-Town. You know, hey man, I appreciate everybody for tuning in to Todd-Town. And like I always say, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So you already know how I go. Peace. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, I know what that is.
Unfortunately, by the time you guys are watching this video, the guy that's in the intro here is no longer alive. For those of you guys who have watched my channel for a while, you more than likely already know what's going on here. We can see this guy shaking uncontrollably. He seems to be hyping himself up to drink some water, but instead of being able to swallow it, he spills it everywhere and he starts freaking out. And this is known as hydrophobia, otherwise known as fear of water, but specifically, it's a symptom of something much worse, rabies. So the man seen in this footage is actually a Ukrainian soldier. The clip has been going viral on Reddit for quite some time, and apparently, according to people who translated it, this guy got bit by a stray cat 4 months ago and then started presenting these symptoms.
Wow.
Also, according to translators, this guy does not know what rabies is, so he really doesn't know how bad his prognosis is, or the fact that he is 99.99% likely to die. For those that don't know, rabies is an extremely dangerous virus with a very high mortality rate that has been plaguing us for quite some time. And of course, it's spread through the bites and saliva of infected animals like foxes, skunks, raccoons, or bats. But it can also impact domesticated animals like cats or dogs. And due to the war, this is actually a relatively big issue that Ukraine has been dealing with because a lot of individuals had to be evacuated and they abandoned their pets. Their pets then in turn started developing rabies and getting it from wildlife, and in turn, soldiers have been getting it and civilians.
Oh, wow.
For this unfortunate soldier, he probably didn't really think much of this abandoned feral cat, probably just thought it was angry and defending itself, when in fact it had this deadly disease. The worst part about this though is that this guy easily could have been saved had he been aware of what rabies was and gotten a vaccine prior to showing symptoms. The saddest part about rabies is once you start showing symptoms, it's virtually impossible to survive. There have been individuals who have been lucky in the past and sedated, they've lost a lot of their brain function but made it out, but in general, people do not survive it. So in my opinion, this video is already very disturbing on an individual level, but it showcases something that a lot of people aren't talking about, and that's the fact that rabies is on the rise in Ukraine due to the war. As always, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Drop a comment letting me know what you want to see next. I also have my Patreon linked down here in the description if you guys want to check that out and help support the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Oh yeah, that's unfortunate. RP to the young fella. Yeah, that's a very, very big deal. We've actually been, like you said, rabies have been a thing quite some time that, you know, the population has been dealing with. I didn't know it was that bad in the Ukraine due to the war, but it makes sense, you know, with the animals probably running free and not being taken care of due to the, you know, events that's taking place there. I do want to kind of break down the hydrophobia thing there. Many don't know, or if you do know, I am a medical professional. And when we talk about hydrophobia, which is the fear of water that is associated with rabies, it is not a psychological fear itself of water, but rather a psychological reaction, more so to say, if that makes sense. So when the rabies virus infects the nervous system, it can cause a painful muscle spasm in the throat and the larynx when attempting to swallow anything, especially like water, right? It just in return makes it extremely uncomfortable and even more so painful to drink water or any liquids for the matter. So as a result, any individual with rabies can develop a aversion of water because just the thought of drinking it can trigger these painful spasms, if that makes sense. So it's not a true fear of water, but a reflective response to the distressing experience of trying to swallow the water, or any liquids for that matter, if you guys follow. And so yeah, it's unfortunate. Like he mentioned, if he knew ahead of time, or even knew what it was, he probably could have got help. But once it kicks into the system after so long, it's pretty much nothing you can do. It's a rare case. Like you said, if anything, if you could reset, you're definitely gonna have some percentage of your brain will be pretty much gone. You pretty much it's unfortunate. Like I said again, RP to the young gentleman in the video, and let's spread. This is one of those things where we have to make awareness of this situation for sure. I can imagine. You have a soldier, and usually it's the talk of the death of a soldier by gunshots, bullets, and anything involving a war, but instead it was an infectional virus. That's unfortunate, man. And like I said, we got to make more people aware of that. And yeah, man, RP again, man. Y'all already know how I go. I'm checking out. Peace. Yeah. Whoa.